maybe you don't even know that it happened because it's all been caught out. And I'm just going to start the stream right now. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Artist Studio. I'm just checking all my audio levels. We all seem good. It seems I might be clipping a little bit. I'm gonna pull back. I'm doing okay. I didn't just have just a minor meltdown with my recording equipment. Let's breathe. We're gonna have a good stream. It's gonna be a great stream, in fact. We've got work to do on this bad boy, and I have a lot of work to share with you guys about the future here in the Artist Studio. So let's get into it. You know, this is one of those kind of fool me once kind of situations, you know? I am the fool. Here we go. Audio is working. I can see it moving. We got colors going. I am happy. You are happy. We are here in the studio, and we are going to get some work done on the Magic Sword. I am super excited about it. I've been working a lot in the studio in the back end of stuff, kind of getting things cleaned up in here, sorted out. As you can see over here, we've got some new display frames up to kind of showcase some of our in the works and completed projects. So I'm really happy about the look of that. I've built up some of the soundproofing. I'm also talking really fast, and I need to slow down. This is now the second time we've done the tour of the new stuff in the studio, so I feel like maybe I want to rush through it, but it may be the first time you guys are seeing it, so let's have a look. The studio is a space that's always in flux, and so I'm really excited to just, I don't know, share whenever I do something to it that I feel makes it more creative and I don't know, engaging for both you and me. So a big part of that is trying to represent some of the things that we are doing here in the studio to you guys, but also kind of give me a good reminder to the things that I want to get wrapped up and completed in the studio, which really brings me to some exciting stuff that I've got coming up in the studio, and that is, well, we'll get to that. Here, I'm gonna give you guys a little one-on-one tour here. I'm gonna set all of my computer operating tools aside. Who knows, maybe it's not even me who's doing it, and it's Benny sabotaging us, jumping up onto the keyboard and clicking the mute buttons. So here's me. You guys see, well, this is you guys, let's just say that. I finally found a way to display these guys that I'm really happy with. They're just like hanging out here in these kind of wherever the equipment is. I like to imagine that these are my little studio buddies, and they kind of help move the equipment about, you know? Yeah, I like that. I used to have googly eyes on the camera here, but you know how blown out this is? Like, if you guys can't see it, I can barely see it. I tend not to look in the camera too long. But I like this guy. He's kind of just like hanging out, a little grumpy dude down here. He maybe also doesn't like how bright his job is. Up here we've got some of the art we've been working on in the studio and in the past, kind of just stored away, extra materials and whatnot. Over here is something exciting. We have the motivational poster moved over to the left, and we have a twin board kind of posted up onto the right, kind of matching, mirroring the forums here. Of course, we always have Paper Bowser hanging about somewhere in the studio. I want to bring everyone's attention over to some of the stuff we have over on the bulletin board. So this bulletin board should be pretty helpful for getting some of our ideas in order and some of the studio projects completed in more of a organized manner, you know? I'm going to start talking about this poster over here on the right. So I am looking for some new students here in the Toronto area. So if you or a loved one have a need for a art instructor and they are on the spectrum and are looking for a compassionate teacher, then I am looking for that kind of student. I've had previous students who are on the spectrum, and I've had their parents and even them compliment the way I engage them and encourage their skill growth. So if you are interested, email me over at, where do I? Yeah, studio@rerender.ca. I'll put the details down in the description if that interests you. Other things we got going on in the studio next April. In April, we are going to completely focus on wrapping up some of our projects. So I have like 8 live streams to organize in April. So we aren't going to be starting any new projects. You know what I should do? This would be a fun idea. Here, you guys can see me struggling operating camera too. Then over on, you know what? Let's focus in on April. So in April, we are going to be focusing on finishing up the Walking Mausoleum. So that guy is kind of over here hanging out, waiting to be worked on. I've just been kind of waiting on a certain material, a medium that I need. And I think I just found it. More on that later. After that week, we are going to be focusing on the God Chimps diptych. So that's the line drawing, and yeah, there will be just 2 back-to-back streams for that one as well. The week after that, we are going to be focusing on the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda modular vehicle build. That there's one live stream that I'd done several weeks ago, but that whole project kind of got set aside and has been kind of collecting dust. The game's coming out soon, and we need that project to get going and underway. So after that, we've got the Macrame Halo and the Artist's Crucifixion painting that I had done with the assistance of AI generation. So that is a project that I just kind of want to get off the plate and just say, Chickaroony, done. But let's back up a little bit and talk about next week. We have a pretty big event coming up. I've decided to focus in on some of the live painting sessions that I had done for a kids classroom over or kids day camp over March break, and we had done some really cool art. And so I'm going to be doing 5 days of painting, a la Bob Ross, if you will. More details on that we'll talk more about it in the throughout the stream. I literally just did all of this intro and stuff. I want to move on to creating and crafting. I've got all this energy built up in me. Been chilling for the last couple days, just kind of playing games and stuff. Oh, now we have like double views. That's fun. I don't think I have anything else to fill you in. You know what? Let's get into it. Nope, you're staring at the ceiling. Here we go. So, on Tuesday, I was meant to have a live stream. I'm gonna be like paranoid and tracking the audio levels all the time. Is it reading? Is it hearing me? I'm actually gonna take a moment to make sure the stream is kind of going on all ends, like in YouTube and on Twitch, because there was a problem with that last week. Twitch wasn't receiving anything. I'm also curious on when this live stream starts. Because that'll be fun. Maybe you don't even know that it happened because it's all... Oh, okay. You won't see it. All right. And then let's check out Twitch. Does Twitch see me? If it doesn't, then I'm going to need to do some investigating for next week. And you'll probably see me popping in and out of streams on Saturday. Will just be test streams. You won't be missing any content. But if you get a notification for it, that I'll try to make it so you won't. Should say I'm streaming right now. I'm offline. I don't like that. That's upsetting. All right, you're all gonna have to bear with me while I figure that out. In the meantime, I just want to say a big happy birthday to my father. He watches the streams occasionally, and I think he's probably gonna tune into tonight's. And yeah, and happy birthday to him. I was actually telling him a funny story that I had. It says it's streaming. Sorry. There was a funny story. I was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, young, but time is not a great concept with me. And so when I had the parent of a friend of mine ask me how old my dad was, I instinctually said 36 because I had remembered I think my mom had gotten the letters 36 candles on a cake in a recent year. I don't even think it was that year on his birthday cake. And so I had said 36. And then like 3 years had gone by and she had been asking me, and the only reason why, 'cause she had been much older when she had kids. And so her son was the same age as me, but she was basically twice the age of my parents. And so she would always say, wow, your parents were so young when they had kids. And then I would say, I don't know what I would say, but she would keep asking me that question for years. On like the third year, she had asked me that question, how old are your parents? And I would answer 36. She's like, Dylan, come on. That doesn't make sense. They've been 36 for 3 years. Something doesn't add up. Yeah. So I haven't reached 36 yet. So as far as I'm concerned, my dad's still 36. Let's just not do the math on that one. Sorry, I'm just clicking things. I'm trying to figure out why my output, my stream doesn't go to Twitch. Did Twitch, like, block me? Weird. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna need Twitchers' help. Someone knows Twitch. You know. No idea what's going on. Like, it says I'm live streaming, but at the same time it says I'm not live streaming. Because y'all are just gonna have to enjoy the music for a minute while I figure out what's going on. That's weird. YouTube doesn't have branding in the top right corner, does it? For restream? I've never noticed it if it does. Yeah, on YouTube. feel like this is a problem with Restream. And we may need to find an alternate turn it off. Turn it on. So now I can officially say I have tried turning it off and on again. For a moment it did something, but yeah. I just think it flickered off into like a more permanent state. I don't know. Twitch doesn't like me. doesn't want to stream me. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry guys. I will be back in to you guys in just a second. I'm deciding to turn this Twitch off. We won't worry ourselves with it. Unfortunately, we won't get to stream to Twitch. I don't know. Let's move on. So, so upset with that. We'll need to figure out Twitch later. Oh well. Next week, I was talking about paintings. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so distracted by Twitch not working for me. I don't want to have to spend time on that troubleshooting. The music's so depressing sounding. I think it's fitting for us coming to like a lull in our... Hold on. Yeah, it's very upsetting. It's great. Twitch doesn't work. I don't know what to do about that. Next week, we are going to be doing 5 days of live stream painting. And they're going to be very broad range in subject, but they're going to kind of all be impressionist paintings based on with acrylic medium. So if you are interested in joining me, it's kind of a new thing that I'm going to be trying in the studio. I'm going to kind of spawn in my inner Bob Ross and kind of have some fun with you guys and make some beautiful art. If you do want to join me, you just need to pick up the primary colors and white. I'm going to turn this noisy bugger. I don't know if that turns it down for you guys too. It probably does. I shouldn't do it that way. Should do it in here. Am I yelling? So if you do want to join in the acrylic paintings next week, just pick up the primary colors. That's red, blue, and yellow, and pick up some white. So we probably won't use any black. If you do have that, then it might help for one of the paintings I'm thinking. I might pull out some black, but otherwise I'm going to be kind of going impressionist. They're going to be fully, yeah, they're going to be interesting. Let's just say that. Getting into today's stream, I picked up some molding paste on Tuesday, and this we're going to be using to kind of fill in some of the crevices that we built into the sword here. And to test this molding paste, I've created some additional pipes from the Mario series, similar to what we've created in the past back there. What I want to do is fill in some of these grooves and holes that are just from like the creative process, and made a few of all kinds of varying sizes. We're gonna just kind of play with the modeling paste. I've never used it before, and before I put it to a final product, I want to give it a good test. I actually made a nice big pipe as well. I have some materials that I want to store in this, so I wanted a nice big, big Mario pipe that we can have here in the corner, maybe. So that's what we're going to start with before we get to the sword. After we are done with the modeling paste, we are going to be applying, we're gonna, apply all of our effort to the hilt. We've been talking about the hilt for the last few weeks in these streams, and yeah, it's about time we actually get into focusing on it. I've got some loose marks to hit on our to-do list here, but the first of which is we are going to play with the modeling paste. Who knows, we might find that it's useful for the design of the hilt too. It might be able to provide some interesting moldability options, or it might not, who knows. So what I want to do is I want to get a few applicators, I guess. I want a brush, I want a palette knife, I want a wedge of some kind. I'm thinking probably just cardstock or cardboard, like what we've been using. And I think I have some foam as well. So I'm going to try all four, and we're going to see what works best for the molding paste here. And then we will apply that to our blade. And I don't think that's going to take too long. We'll be able to move right into the design of the hilt pretty quick here in the studio. So let's get into it. Let's grab ourselves a brush. Cut some of this off. Haven't returned to any of the hilts since the last design or last live stream. I think I had ended the last live stream saying that I would do some off-camera work, and that didn't happen. Been very busy with other things. Besides, I think you guys enjoy watching more of the process here in the studio, right? What are we missing? Foam. Okay. So I don't want to dry out all of our dry out all of the modeling paste, so I'm gonna grab okay. Check for me if there's a little container back there that I can put some modeling paste into. Come on, be useful. Do something. Check. Check. Useless. Useless studio assistant. Is that so hard? Yeah. I'm sorry. It's too many. Don't show your butt. No, not for you. Alright, I think it's gonna be easier to dish up with the knife. Will it be easier to apply with the knife? That's the question. It has a different kind of consistency than any of the mediums that I've typically worked with. Almost feels like putty, like wall putty. Start with the brush, because we do have a big canvas here, basically. I kind of have low hopes for the brush. I think that's going to provide too many streaks. It's not too different than what Wellbond provides, basically. It might be a bit better, actually. I don't mind the streaking that it provides. It's not the worst thing. How is the knife? It's not bad. I like this. Definitely feel more confident with the knife than I do with the brush. Brush, I feel like I have to work really hard to get rid of all of my strokes, but this, I can kind of like, I don't know, I think the looseness helps it. Maybe we'll have even better luck with another tool. We'll use a bit of cardstock. The thing I like about this is that I can really fine-tune the pressure with my fingers. I like this. Alright, cardboard, not bad. It's foam wedge, or we'll just call this foam. This almost creates a streaking. I like this one, actually. The softness of it kind of lets up a little bit better than cardboard. Kind of, you can create more of a smooth texture, smooth, even texture around everywhere. Pretty good. This is definitely the technique, and I like this one too because there's gonna be less waste. This is gonna be much easier to clean, whereas these guys, I'm like thinking of the brush, I should clean it right now. So let's do exactly that. I'm gonna take a very quick break. I think I need to fill up my water bottle anyways, and I might get myself an iced coffee. So actually, giving ourselves 5 minutes. It's only been 30 minutes for you guys, but I will remind you, I did the intro twice. 3 times. 2 extra times today. I deserve a break. Back in 5. And I have to remind... I'm going to say it out loud. Turn the audio back on when you return. Can you remind me? Benny? Hey, Ben. Hey. Can you remind me? Oh, don't eat that. Alright, back in a bit. And we're back. Audio is going. Check, check. Alright, so I am listening with headphones on today. Again, I think maybe it'll help me project more, but the main purpose is I am on the hunt for possibly a new theme song for the Artist Studio for season 3. I don't know. I'm thinking that like these whole live stream series that we've been into this whole past year, the start of this year, is like season 2 of the Artist Studio, right? So I don't know. I feel like we're in need of an update to the theme song at the start. My boyfriend just keeps harassing me about it. He says it reminds him of a video call, and it stresses him out. It's like, I'm getting a Zoom call, I don't like it. Like that's fair. I wonder if, let me know in the comments. Do you guys feel the same? How do you feel about my theme song? Don't sit in the acrylic paste, please. Oh, I got my finger in it. Ben, this isn't a good... No, now's not a good time. You're just... Nope. So I guess this is just the Benny show, and I'll just get the little corner over here, and this is what we have. That's what we get. Oh, I see. We let parts of it dry. Okay, buddy. Parts of it dry in the container. It's a little worse than Wellbond in that it has little chunks in it. I don't like that. Okay, I definitely think this is the tool, and I'm gonna set these pipes aside, at least maybe this big one. I don't know. Let's see this little guy. Let's check the little guys. Last thing I need to do is like dip this into my coffee and spoil the whole thing. I have a friend who started to roast her own coffee. She orders beans from all over the world, different places. Usually like local sourced, or like single sourced from like reputable farms. She's been providing our coffee for the last little while. She made these cold brews. Last time she was delivering coffee, she gave me this free cold brew concentrate. Benny, you gotta go. And the coffee is really good. Campari Cafe, if you're looking for them, and you're in Toronto and you're looking for a small distributor. It's damn good coffee. She'll make it to order and has many different blends of coffee and can roast it to any level that you're looking for. And if you just think coffee is coffee, then well, I'm sure she could supply you too. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go. How do you get in the boot? Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. I'm happy I've experimented with this a little bit longer. Now that it's like forming up onto my fingers, it's sticking a lot, and I don't like that. It's a lot worse than Wellbond in that aspect. Excuse me. So I think the trick will be to work in small areas. But either way, I'm really happy with the stuff. And I think we should just get to the blade. So you know what? We want to do this. I haven't applied the glue yet to it. Okay, fun experiment. We now have worked with the modeling paste. We know how it works. Who knows? Maybe I'll do this off camera. Maybe we won't. But we're gonna probably do the blade a little bit later. I really want to get to the hilt. That's meant to be the main focus of today's stream, and we've procrastinated on that far enough over the last few weeks. I'm just gonna put this right back into this container. I don't like spoiling, especially when it's brand new medium. And I'm definitely going to be using this to fill in all of the creases. It works way better than Wellbond. So Wellbond, when it cures, it kind of has a tendency to smooth out. It looks very liquid. Whereas this stuff, it's a lot like wall putty in that, like, it will fill a hole, which is nice. I think this is a good buy. Very messy, though. There's probably better ways to do that with using the palette knife, but this is where we are right now. Modeling paste models and is a paste. Amazing. We will be using that stuff probably a lot here in the studio and in future builds. I might find a way to use it on the Walking Mausoleum, now that I'm thinking about it. So, probably gonna save me a buy on a product that I was thinking of getting. Hilt time. I think what we need to do first, we need to cut these down. Maybe not that much, though. Maybe just the bottom one? So I have these pieces that I built, or started with, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Time. Yeah, I definitely think the bottom ones need to go. Or does it come out that far? It could just be a slotted kind of attachment. This could be the wrong direction. I was thinking of a design that was kind of like very asymmetrical when viewed from this angle, where you have, sorry, you have a different structure on this side versus this side. The more I'm looking at the design of the sword overall, it feels heavily symmetrical, and it might as well be totally symmetrical on both sides as well. Other than these buttons and the receiver here, of course. think that means the placement of these... One should be on one side, one should be the other. This guy should just be facing directly out. So I'm thinking something like... Maybe like this. What if these are wedges? And so when you apply the hilt, it just comes on and it wedges over? I'm just thinking out loud now. Oh, your power cut off. We'll have to do some soldering in this episode, I guess. Yay. My favorite time waster. Before I burn it out, let's talk the power up. I guess I couldn't burn it out. That's the power there. Anywho. We want to snip these back. Not these. The little structure here. I think I want to wedge some structure down. I have some foam core still left over, which is good. And then this will be like kind of the... I've actually kind of have it listed out. The underside layer. And we need to find places to bury these guys. These little nuts. Because they're going to be the... there's going to be holes on the top layer that covers all of the fixtures and the batteries. And then these are going to be used to attach everything together. I'm hoping to get a little jewels, and we can get little magnets that go on the jewels, and then they should be able to attach to these. That'd be a good way to finish it off. Yeah. So first step, let's cut these back. Let's find a way to do it safely. So let's use a very unsafe tool. And just go at it like animals. Might as well heat up the soldering iron while reading. I was just thinking, let's not. And we will... Let's form everything. Place the LEDs exactly where we want them. And when it comes to soldering, we can choose whether we're going to cut everything back, resolder them, or if we're just going to be able to conceal any extra wire that we do have, and we'll only need to do the one solder. So we may be saving ourselves some time. Who knows? So general safety. Don't cut towards yourself with these knives. It's very easy to just like start slicing through something like butter, slip through, you end up cutting yourself. It's no good. I know. No. So, foam core here. I think we are going to maybe that's not the right way to go, but cereal box never does me wrong. Thinner. We'd used. Interesting. So either this is transposed differently, or these are not the same length. Let's find out. We're at, say, 15 centimeters. Have like a good bend there. Okay. I'm like so cautious of the keyboard. I don't want your buttons pressed. I worry that's the problem, you know? Keeps on muting myself. Maybe it's like the N key. Just doing it to myself. Still see audio levels going. Paranoid now. That's at 15, so we are, the dowels are not the exact length that we want. Okay. How do I want to cut those dowels off? You know what? It doesn't matter if we just extend past them. We just go a bit beyond on that side, and we just go up to sort of like designing from given measurements. So that matches up to that point. And then I'm planning to just kind of fold a piece over. So it's just a piece, like a hunk of hilt, a hunk of hilt. And then the actual aesthetic part of our sword that more closely matches our blade will slide over top of that, and then they'll be able to get screwed into place. That's the intention. I know you're thinking, like, why cardstock? Why it's so flimsy? It's not after it's been treated with wall bond. Like, this stuff hasn't been treated yet, but the stuff in the center has. It's rock hard. Basically the same as using foam core. It's actually even strong, much better than foam core. Foam core can dent permanently, just by the smallest like little hits. But cardstock that's been treated with wall bond, it can really take up a beating. If anything, it kind of adds to sort of like the weathered look of the material. Let's glue these guys to their patterning. Well bond. I'm deleting the old videos on the YouTube, or the old streams. Just make sure they don't mess with my analytics. Oh, that's gonna mess up my... Nah, I'll keep it unlisted. We're gonna download it. Maybe we'll just we'll keep it for something. I don't know. But I don't want it I don't want it listed. Okay. Next up. It's a bit pack up. Patch. I want to cut these up into smaller strips. Should add something there, maybe. Go. Even. Put something in underneath that to give it some extra sturdiness there. Oh no. Put pressure on it. Just let it just like sit there. Careful, like. Provide some extra support. Stick it in this wedge that we cut off. So it's not just kind of offset a little bit. Let's repeat that process. I can throw out the other two little wedges I cut here. I know I threw out one of them because I picked it from the garbage. Useful. Olive? Coming in? I need to let that dry. In the meantime, coffee. Drink time. And then cut this down. Start making the pieces that are just gonna fold over. Hopefully look nice. It might not fold over. It might. Let's think about this. Alright, so I'm thinking I need to just make an enclosure that just fits over everything. We can glue it all together and has a perfect square cutout. And then I just have to make 4 of them, 2 of which are symmetrical, and glue them all into place. That's a good idea. Paper. Let's see. Done with the molding paste. Did do a test of the pipes. Did choose foam. We did not do this. Decided against that. Here. Hmm. The jewels can't be in the same, or the jewels, the screws, which are gonna have jewels on them, it can't necessarily be on the same because they're going to be wider than the hilt. The hilt should be maybe thicker than that anyways. Maybe I've built it out a little bit. So what does that look like then? Let's build it up. Are you bugging me for food? It's a little early. It's a little early. I haven't put a lot of thought into where these guys are going. Maybe it's just this top part. There. We might be cutting it up. Maybe. For now, I'm just gonna squeeze them up there. That's kind of nice. I like that smooth transition there. That, and then manage to cut out that much. Move it up a bit. No, we need a thicker one. Wider piece. My secrets are unfolding.
You said I cleaned and organized, but
Some things are still messy. I don't think we need that. Cut exactly a straight line on this cuts. The end kind of trailed off. My ruler trailed off. Ready for knocking, yeah?
gonna add a little score here to encourage it to bend a bit too. Not all the way through the material, so there's no cut there. I'm just gonna bend that a little bit. I like that. And then I think we need to add these into place. And we're going to glue them in, and we're not going to put any forces on them, like putting the screws in them, until our glue is fully dry. This will be something that if we don't let our glue dry, we will mess up these holes. And we won't be able to use them. It's gonna really suck. So this piece that we're making here is kind of like one of the most important parts for our hilt. So I want to make sure that we have four good things of these. And 2 of them have to be mirrored. But it's gonna help clean everything up. Everything's gonna look so much nicer. And this, I think that's gonna run up the side. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something like this. Shining up and out this direction is interesting. So I'm kind of thinking the hilt actually has this shape like this. Let's make 4 more of these. Glue them nice and secure. Actually, and then also make the nuts. We'll glue the nuts into their spots. We'll give that a minute for the nuts to dry, and then we'll glue them into space there. Hey, Ben. Here. This one will actually be used for down here because we have this one already. So now we have to make 2 mirrored ones. ones have both good sides, so it doesn't really matter. Draw this. Okay. One more, and then we get to putting the hilt attachments into them. And we're gonna need to take a momentary break so I can feed our studio assistants. Assistants. This is a whole artist studio situation. This artist studios assistants. That's fun. There's a tongue twister in there somewhere. I know. About done. Can't rush this though. Dangerous. Okay. This one, it's here. This one, it's right there. So this needs a cut on this side. Goes there. But I feared this guy isn't centered. Just cut a sliver up here. what I'm thinking is we will... Let's cut holes into these. And then I won't cut the holes into this. What we'll do is we'll fix them to it, and then we'll take a drill to drill out, kind of bore out the holes that these will need to thread through. Hopefully that should work. We won't get to that, obviously, today. Once we get these glued, and once I'm done with this preamble, we're going to take a quick break to let these guys dry up. And so I can feed these guys. When I return, we'll have time. It'll be long enough for the nuts to have tacked up. Use a drill bit, maybe? I need more of my tools on the tool wall so I can kind of just like immediately grab for something. Yeah. I was thinking drill it out now, but the drill's not that easy to get through right now. Could just cut little hex ones in here. Oh yeah, that works great. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay.
think a level of consistency is going to be key for this next part. Doesn't really matter how far away it is or how arbitrary. I like this song. Last time I listened to it with headphones on, I was like, this is very bizarre. I don't know how it slipped into my playlist. Any good still? Actually might be pretty good for our use. distance. The things you hear that when you put headphones on. I'm gonna make sure that these are the same. Realize I could just use these screws to get all the glue out. Would be helpful to do before it dries. Right, I'm gonna go on a 5-minute break. Might be closer to 10. I got to take the dog out for a walk. Yeah. Dinner time for them. Letting those guys cure up. When I get back, the glue on those nuts should be like completely solid. Then we should be able to affix them to place here. While those are drying, we're going to get into the design of the overall hilt. It's going to be fun. We have to find a spot to put shiny LEDs. So we need to find an opaque or semi-opaque transparent material. And then still figure out what's it look like. What is the actual shape of it? What's the... Is it... I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of, there's this design that I have in mind right now where we have the blade. Can I draw it upside down? I'll try to draw it upside down for you guys. So we have our blade, comes in, right, and has these swoopies. Right.
I was thinking, so we got our handle down here. We've got, depending on the side, you've got buttons here, or you have some sort of LED receiver. Does the hilt do this? Kind of inverting this, if I were to continue drawing this, right? You get these pieces here, right? These. Is it inverted of that? And these are almost like axes. So in close combat, they could be used to, like, you know? I think we just made up our design there. Just came out of that. Maybe for a bit of safety. And because our LEDs, the LEDs are going to do this. We only have 3 lights. There's going to be 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if I like that any. I don't know if I like it as much. Almost like an axe, inverted axe. I don't know. We'll come back. We'll draw a better version of this in a bigger form. But these two are giving me evil eye now, so break time. Back in a bit. Audio's working. And we're back. Sean made banana bread last night. It's really good. These could use a little bit longer, but definitely dry enough for us to work with here. So, thinking of the sketch, I think we hit the... Well, with a good metaphor. I think we hit the knight square in the chest on the first draft here. Hold on, I'm gonna stick this in some water. That's probably too big, but general idea. That's a nice scale. Proportions. Everything's about proportions. So at 1/3 the size of one of these blade edges feels appropriate. You compare these against each other, which your eye immediately does, and you're just, I don't know, feels right. And then when you start looking at it at the overall composition, the whole sword, if I remember correctly, I designed the set certain sizes. There's 4 parts, and each part divided into generally 3 pieces. So this handle is here. So you have segment 1, 2, 3, 4. Really cool, bro. Leave that aside for a moment.
Hmm. Another dimension that we could play with is the width, overall width of the sword. Be there. Maybe even a little bit thicker. Sorry, you can't see where I'm working here. I think I have a good idea. So 1/3 of that. Oh, perfect. So that's 30 centimeters. I think I did that intentionally. Let's say I did. I'm so smart. We'll do 10 centimeters. What does that look like? It's not very big. We'll compare that. Oh, that lighting's a bit better. I like that lighting a bit better. Pretty dramatic there for a bit. Approximately size there. It's pretty small. I don't know. We're trying to make little close range weapons on the hilt. I think that's more fun. You see, we've gone a little over. I think that's okay. Maybe the points. That's where the points are. And the arc starts there. Designs coming together. If that's the case, we're gonna need the whole thing. If we can't get the width correct, though. Take this, fold it in half. Exactly to the 30, so 15 centimeters be half of our distance. It hit that point, this arc.
That's hilarious. Okay, let's try that again. This is why we make templates. Why we make templates. Reduce our confusion. Just get rid of the extra stuff. You know what? That's what it was. Brain right there for a moment. 15. We don't chop to this one. Chop to here. Okay, so that's the blade extents, if you will. And then want to come down. I want that in the center there. Then we come down to here. On that one. It just feels right. Let's get a better shot of the overall. I'm gonna need to pull you to view 2. Let's see if I can't set you guys up in a good spot. And then we pull this guy back this way. I'm a little cramped back here, but that's okay. That's why I don't know. Kind of like the design that I went with this desk. It slides easily. It's standing, but it's rickety, and I don't like that aspect. Right. It's very bright. Look at me. Glowing. Just don't want the... There we go. Don't want that bright spot. So, something I'm realizing what we'll need to do. Definitely need to chop them. Is it really easy to identify which one goes to which? I think so. Thinking of just cutting them. So I want these fit on the blade edge. And we'll make versions of these that pop off with the hilt. Right, this whole piece, these are going to be two pieces that come in and attach using these little attachment thingies that we've been working on. Here. Yes, I can identify it. We're not soldering today. I am not doing that. Screw that. We are just gonna cut this. Nothing looks to be shorting there. If the LED wire's short, that's fine. It's the power line, the power wire. You can't have that short onto the LED wires. Tongue twisters. Otherwise, like, it's that full 12 volts, and it's gonna kill them. I'm planning to take like probably an electronics course, like a free electronics course or something, so I can better understand how voltages, amperages, DC and AC works and all that. Like, I understand like the general principles of it, but the overall knowledge can really be expanded on. Like, I want to convert these really ridiculous batteries. I tried to go the easy route and went 1.5 volt batteries. You can get AA's in those, and multiply. That's like a multiple of 12 volts. So that was an easy enough calculation for me. A much simpler design would have been to take two 9-volt batteries and to make that 18 volts when they are combined and step that down to 12 volts. It's that step down process that I'm not very comfortable with. I'm only just getting into using resistors, and I'm using them in a way that they're not accurate at all. They'll step my voltages down to a safe level for my LEDs to work, but I don't know the math well enough to get a specific voltage that this controller would require. If I were to attempt any of the resistor methods that I've been doing so far, I would either kill it or it just wouldn't turn on. So definitely some knowledge. There's a lack of knowledge in understanding power requirements. As a result, I have a tendency to hoard power supplies. Whenever I get like little interesting power supplies that go to like toy cars or something, and I can't, even if the thing breaks and I toss it, or I've torn it, more likely I've torn it apart for pieces that I can salvage for other things. The adapters are just tossed into like a big bundle, and I can't stop collecting them. But they've come in use. Like Navi back there, she's been running for 1.5 years now, on a crappy recycled adapter. So they have their uses. It would just be nice if I could more accurately utilize them. We'll get there. Okay. These guys, I'm going to mask them with some tape just so we don't and causing some problems. I'm going to just set them aside for now. They're probably going to end up getting extended and running up the sides here, and then coming up to the floor. Yeah. Feeling like I should shrink down. I don't want to grab too many things here. These guys. Not everyone wanted to shrink. Bye! Ah! Just gonna move myself just a little bit out of the way. Give myself a little bit more of the table space there. Like a good pixel perfect. Oh, no, this one. I can still see some white. I don't like that. Does that not bother anyone else? It bothers me. That kind of stuff bothers me. Yeah. Good enough. As I like keep on fiddling with it. Okay. Design of hilt. That goes here. We're gonna need to detach the controller here because it's not centered and it's driving the hell out of me. Driving me crazy. Not driving the hell out of me. I don't know what that means. There we go. Oh no. I did exactly the thing I feared I was going to do. Busted all my wire connections, all my LED connections. I couldn't leave well enough alone. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's gonna be an off-camera fix. The premise of this is still the same. I'm gonna just put that there for now. We're not powering it for the rest of the stream, I guess. That's unfortunate. I wanted a really good thumbnail. So, yeah. Well, that's gonna get cut out of there, and I want a little bit of space underneath. That's going to conceal these dumb little wires. If it was perfectly symmetrical, that wouldn't work out. But if we did, thinking. Where do I go? Over here more? Over here more. we follow the same curve. I like that it's symmetrical, but then if it comes up to this, and then that's sort of like, it could be a fancy little crown. We can conceal the gross edge that we end up inevitably making, unfortunately. And this is exactly how they would do any other kind of sword making. They always conceal their materials that join together with something fancy, a bit of leather work or a piece of gold trim. You can easily like clamp that kind of stuff together, and it's good at concealing a space that would be should be like absolutely perfect, but is slightly off a little bit. Yeah, little details can help you detract from those little mistakes and oddities. And in the end, those little mistakes and oddities, they indicate truly the handwork of the craftsman. And then it's not something you can perceive immediately, but it's ingrained in the piece, and you're like, something feels off, but in the right way. Whereas like things that are computer generated, they're too perfect, right? Your mind just kind of gets annoyed or bored of it. Comes with like an artist's hand. There's always little things to notice that it's all about the creation process, and those little oddities, they reveal part of the creation process. Why did that space happen? So that's on that side. So like on the other side. I mean, I think I should cut out the same shape, and this will figure out how to make an inset. But I also have to... This is the more annoying part here, is I need to figure out a method to make this work, this guy. I need to be able to plug this in here, so it runs through battery. But those batteries only have like a 2-hour lifespan. These LEDs, they draw power. So ultimately, we want to provide this a way to run out through a hidden channel. Like it can move. I want it to be able to optionally, when it's taken off, we can set this like this, and then we can set the hilt back on. And that way you can plug it into the wall, and then you can actually display it on, like, in the wall or a shelf or something. I would recommend turning the light, the setting on it low, otherwise you're gonna have very bright room. A bright sword. I would show you, but we killed the LED controller for tonight's stream. Sad. Okay. I really like this. Want to cut it out. I think it's gonna take 2 boxes, or another box at least. I have lots of that somewhere around here, so let's go find it. in the other room. Back in bed. I like Captain Crunch, don't judge me. I get it for the crafting material. So we'll cut out this. We'll cut out this first one, and then this is basically going to be our new template. Our lines on it are going to be a lot more. It'll be better. This is still quite basic. Like this is the template of it. But I think there's gonna be. I need to think about the ornamentation that's gonna be going on to this. First off, there's going to be 4 jewels. And what are we doing with the lights? Going down the blade edge? And that makes the most sense, right? Be like this, I guess.
let's cut out the other ones, and then we'll start playing with it. I'm thinking about a gap in the center that's... Maybe I'm playing with that space a bit more. I won't lie, the music is definitely adding to the drama of this cutting here. Need more cardboard.
I remember these ones. They're really good. I love cereal. Okay, let's do a little cleanup and let's figure out exactly where we want to place these. And get these guys glued in place. This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna get glued in, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of a gap here. We can design some extra elements in and around here. Half of each element, whatever this is going to look like, is going to be glued onto each half of the hilt, and they should lock into place, and then screwed in. So we're going to be gluing these here, and then I want to talk about next week. Okay. Some well blend. So, live stream paintings next week. Monday, I'm going to be starting. Monday's probably going to be the longest of the streams. I think most of the paintings that I'm going to be doing, they're going to probably be about 3 hours. Like 3 hours might be a bit much, but bring a hair dryer if you have one. If you want to join and you want to paint along, and you want to paint along live, then bring a hair dryer. If not, then just pause when I start drying mine, and then resume playing when yours is done dried. I mean, that's an idea. But Monday I'm gonna start the stream on about 11:30, and then we're going to actually start painting at noon. So we'll just be kind of chilling out, hanging out here on the studio for a little bit till then, getting stuff prepped and ready. First day, we're going to be working on paper. So if you have a multimedia paper, cardstock, or even, heck, if you want to use cardboard. Like you got a package and you got a nice piece of cardboard that's perfectly flat, it's like hasn't been crinkled yet. Apply some gesso onto it now, get it primed, and then you can use that as one of your canvases. Maybe I'll do that actually this weekend. I'll do the same. But our first painting is going to be next week. Of the first painting, we're going to kind of stick with nature vibes on the first one. Probably going to end up doing 2 paintings. The second one's going to be a lot quicker. I'm gonna have a friend show up halfway through the stream, so she's going to want to join our painting session, and she's not going to be joining until much later in the day. There might be a pretty significant break in that. Maybe there's 2 streams on Monday. Who knows? Tuesday, we're going to be looking at Impressionism and cityscapes. Kind of looking at like reflective light off of glass, a lot of that kind of. Oh, also it's going to be rainy. It's very expressionist painting will be Tuesday. So if you're interested in that. Wednesday, we will be doing a painting that is going to be specifically made for my niece. She loves unicorns, and I've been wanting to do like a galaxy kind of very magical painting. So, unicorns. I have an idea for that. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's going to be really fun. That was just going to be a fun painting day. Then on Thursday, we're going to be doing another fantasy build. The this time we're going to be utilizing some of the skills that we got from our nature painting on Tuesday. We're going to combine that with some of that kind of expressionism that we get from the cityscape painting. We're going to mix them into kind of weird, spooky painting. I'm not going to give that one away yet. I have an idea. It's going to be fun. And then on our last day, we're going to do Minecraft Cubism paintings. It's going to be like a mix of Cubism and Expressionism. I've done one of them already. It feels like it's from the Minecraft universe, but it's also like a landscape painting of the Minecraft universe, but it's also very impressionist style. It's fun. Friday will be a very fun day. If you have a squeegee, I recommend bringing one or picking one up from the dollar store if you're gonna do the paint-alongs with us. So again, the main things that you'll need are the primary colors: red, blue, yellow, and then white will be used quite a lot to lighten those colors up. We probably won't be using... I'm gonna stop saying that. We will be using black, but not on the first 2 days. We won't be using black until Wednesday, and probably we'll use it on Thursday as well. On Friday we won't be using black. And then what? Oh yeah, you'll need those colors. The specific colors, I don't even remember if I set them in this version of the stream. I started the stream 3 times today. You didn't catch the beginning. Audio problems. It was on me. Anyways. The 3, if you want to know the specific acrylic colors that you should bring to the live session paintings next week, they are cobalt blue. Right. It's the only one I'm not sure about. Oh, I was wrong. Not cobalt blue. It's ultra blue. Ultra blue. I think I was flip-flopping on cobalt blue and ultra blue. Went ultra. Cadmium red, medium hue. And cadmium yellow, medium hue. And of course titanium white. That's like the artist staple. As for canvases, I would bring... Here, I'll spoil the look of Friday's painting, the Minecraft painting, and give a general sense of the size of paintings that you can... I mean, it's the whole live stream sessions next week, they're going to be loose enough that if you come to the session, or you just pull up the video and you have paint and a surface to paint them on and some tools to put that paint on that surface, then you'll be able to do basically what I'm doing. At least that's my intentions. I have to fix that. I'm not going to do this on stream, but I'm going to fix that. So, example painting for next week. Where'd it go? Oh, hidden behind materials. Here, we'll switch over to... We're wrapping up. This is the end of the stream. I really appreciate you guys joining me today. See? I put it in writing. This is a painting I did a couple weeks ago with a friend. She was over on paint night. You'll see her on Monday. And I just did this with mainly with a squeegee. It's a lot of fun, but I had an idea. a whole nother surface to paint on. So this is a gift for my nephew. He's watching. Well, he just spoiled his gift. That's on him, not me, right? Anyways, it's still lots of love and care. The backside, I was thinking like this could be a 2-piece painting that he could have that can display on his wall either this way, or like it's got to be like a maybe just like some pins on the bottom, or he could just turn it around and display it this way. Originally, I was just gonna put like an adorable, loving message on the back. I don't know, love Uncle Dylan. But I really think that there's a hell world in Minecraft, and that little bit of red here, that kind of just like the music is just like it's very much that vibe, you know. So we're gonna do a fun like weird painting with that. Music is like nailing it right now. And then I don't know, and then what? Come to the live streams next Monday, starting Monday at noon. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be throwing painting. We're gonna be throwing paint on surfaces. There's nothing wrong. There's gonna be no wrongs. It's gonna be all rights, and lots of happy accidents. The sword needs a lot of work, but the general idea is here, so yay. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll be seeing you guys all Monday, right? Bring your paints. And then following next week's, obviously we're not going to have the regular stream on Tuesday or Friday for the sword, so we're not going to be seeing this guy for a little bit, actually. Yeah, April is our project's wrap-up. If I didn't talk about that in this version of the stream, then we'll talk about it in another time. Well, I'll be talking about it a lot, because it's all of April is going to be project wrap-up. And the sword may have to be part of it, I guess, if it's not done by then. But I'm going to do a lot off-camera. In any sense, you've been great, as always. Silent folk today, but that's okay. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend, and Dad, if you're watching, happy birthday. I love you, and I can't wait to see you sometime soon. I'm gonna make it out your way as soon as possible. I just got a lot of stuff going on my plate. Ooh, maybe before next term of teaching. We'll talk later. Love yous. It was meant for my dad, but you know, maybe I do love my audience.